Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Saturday, March the 1st, 2025. As you can see, we are here in Helvetia, which is the home of the event Fasnacht Day. We are on the, I would say the back 9 of the Fasnacht Day events here on the second week. So, just an FYI, there's still every hour on top of the hour. So let's go ahead here. I don't believe we have Fasnacht Day as a daily challenge. No, we don't. But we'll still complete it anyway. We're still on the hunt for a glowing mask. And see what happens here. All right. Donate beeswax right over here. Turn our light on. It's pretty dark in here most times. Ouch. Get stung by the bees there. There we go.
Fasnacht lanterns are unique.
Oh, right in there, Jim. Right there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, donate eggs. Let's go down here. So it's like somebody started them all, but they didn't, somebody could have already started this one. Yeah, they did. Okay, good stuff. I'll decorate the barn. Let's see if we got one more left. Oh, we got a, nice. Another one up here. Well, that's a, one of the steins. There we go. I believe there's one right down here we can use. Oh, we're going to finish her up there. Yeah, perfect. Nice job. Let's fix these up here. Yep. There's a couple more down here we can fix too. Oh, no, somebody already fixed them. Good stuff. Alright, let's go ahead. Yeah, lots of fun.
Verified. Mask application commencing. Historically, of course, the masks would have been worn the entire festival by the participants, but we only done them right before the parade.
Nice.
Impending Fasnacht mask adornment. Stand by.
Look at these challenges here again. Cripple Super Mutant's arm, so we should be able to do that here. Kill a Mutant Hound 3, should be able to do that here as well. There's a couple you can do right here by completing the Fasnacht Day event. So we do have Super Mutants and Mutant Hounds on the second wave. So you can always look into doing that yourself. No, I'm still going to go through each one anyway and show you locations because they're all at, you know, different levels of the game. Some people are fairly new to the game here on the channel. So I still like to kind of go through that stuff and not just rely on this event. Show you other locations where you guys can go. Nice. Ha ha. All right. All right. Oh, they started to go already. Wow. Alright, so it's this wave, as most of us know, but just in case if someone's been busy, haven't been able to play Fasnacht Day yet, but it's this second round where we come across the Super Mutants and the Mutant Hounds, so there should be enough to get at least 1 or 2 Mutant Hounds, but depends on how many people are here. And of course, you can go ahead and cripple the Super Mutant's arms, you can free aim, if you so wish, whatever you want to do. See this Mutant Hound way over there. We're just going to aim for the heads here for these guys. We're going to leave the Mutant Hounds to other guys, for people who need them. That person get their challenges in, because some people like to kind of just only have so much time in the day, right? And might as well let them have at her. Nice. Huh. Bodies flew over there. There's just wolf way down there. Wow. Holy. Huh. I say they're dead. Come on, baby. Big money, big money, big money. Glowing mask for Jimmy. Glowing mask for Jimmy. Come on. Let's see what we get here. Glowing mask for Jimmy and friends. Let's see. That didn't even pop up, did it? Anyway, see here. Fasnacht Beret, of course. We do get a new plan. Okay. That's a little unfortunate. Transfer. Minotaur Mask, I believe I already have that one. Yeah, I think I have that one. Anyways. Apparel. Fasnacht Beret. There we go. Alright. Do. Okay. Let's go ahead here. We're going to go to a private server where it's a little quieter. We'll be able to get these challenges done a little more quicker. Yeah, I've been checking other players' vendors, and I did pick up, what's it called, the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot mask or whatever it's called. I did see someone and it wasn't a glowing one, but I did pick it up. It was about 250 caps. I said, well, don't really have the mask. Who knows if I'm even going to get one of those? So I grabbed it anyway. So that's not too bad. All right. Let's check these challenges here, Jimmy boy. Okay. Let's go ahead, kill a Mutant Hound 3. So again, as I talked about, we could have done that during the Fasnacht Day activities, but it's not guaranteed because sometimes there's just so many people you might not have a chance to, kill a Mutant Hound. But as long as your bullets land on them, then you should get credit for it. Okay? So that's good. But Mutant Hounds can be found all around the wasteland. Head back to our map here. There should be a couple here in Grafton. There's one guaranteed here in Grafton Dam. There's 6 to 12 here in Grafton Steel. This is a really good spot. Right down here, there's all kinds inside and outside of West Tech Research Center. There's at least 2 down here in Huntersville, so this should give you a couple great spots for some Mutant Hounds. Now, not every place that has Super Mutants will have Mutant Hounds, like down here in Newgat, for example. I've never ever seen a Mutant Hound down here, even though there's all kinds of Super Mutants. Alright, let's just go to good old Grafton Steel here. We'll take care of it here. And at the same time, we'll take care of some Super Mutants. Which should be this one here. Cripple Super Mutants Arm, too. So again, great spot for Super Mutants and around the wasteland. Pretty much almost the same spots, but give you a few additional ones. Right down here in North Kanawa Lookout, there'll be at least 2 or 3 of them down here. Grafton. Grafton Dam. All kinds of them here in Grafton Steel. Again, we just talked about Newgat. We have Wade Airport. A little bit more of a challenge. We have the West Tech Research Center. We have good old Huntersville. Right down here with the Grindstone Arch. We have Research Site Saxony. Now, one thing we did discover, just an FYI, as we all know, when we kill a super mutant for those daily challenges, when we go after those behemoths, like those big giant super mutants, there is one here, the Grindstone Arch. However, they will count as kill a super mutant, but they will not count as cripple a super mutant's leg or arm. For some reason, I don't know why that is, it's the oddest thing, but we did discover that a couple months ago, so just an FYI. That's for the behemoth, okay? So again, we're going to cripple their arms. We can go ahead and free aim for the arms if we so wish, or we can use VATS. We can use VATS as a perk card that'll help you out. It'll be under perception. It's called Concentrated Fire, allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. And not so much for a short daily like this, where it's just, a couple of cripples, but sometimes we get weeklies where we have to do 30 cripples. And doing VATS and having this perk card really helps out because you can kind of maximize the number of cripples you get per enemy. So sometimes you can get up to 2 or 3 cripples per enemy using VATS in this card. So you can go left arm, left leg, right leg kind of deal. So just an FYI there. And again, not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple. So most ballistic weapons work quite good. The bow and arrow, the crossbow, the plasma caster, plasma rifle, the shotgun, like what I'm using right now, but you should have the Enforcer perk card under, if I can hit the right button here, Enforcer perk card under agility. Okay, as you can see there, for crippling a limb, right? The drill works good, but you need a tanky build or power armor on because you get up close and personal. Just to name a couple of weapons, but as we all know, not all weapons are created equal. Usually there's a couple dudes right up here. I wonder where those guys are. That's weird. I wonder if they're up here. Nope. Okay. Whatever. Let's pop down here then. Oh, they're over there. They're a little late to the party. Yeah, usually those two are up on the hill there. This is going to get a little hairy. And so we're going to go for this guy's arm here. Let's go for this Mutant Hound. Okay, there's our... Alright, so there's our arm. So you see how I'm doing that? Oh, that's his leg, Jim. Get his arm here. There we go. Pretty hairy spawn, as I mentioned. But what I don't have right now is a suppressor for this weapon. And that is, they all know my location, basically. So there's our Mutant Hound there. Let's get this guy, this floater here. He's a little annoying. Let's get rid of these guys here. Thought you could sneak up on me there, eh, buddy? Huh? See, he's kind of flanking me from around there. It's pretty funny. And this is just one tiny spot of Grafton Steel, like one tiny little area like around this workshop. If you go through all those buildings, you go on the back side, there'll be at least 3 more Mutant Hounds. Now, if you can come here at the right time and just get rid of the super mutants, usually those 3 mutant Hounds are right inside this main building. But just along the back side, there'll be 3 more. The 3 more along the other side where they have like a little alley in between the buildings. Okay, but this is a great spot. Even if you're like a lower level, like a level 20, you can easily come here. Just take your time. You guys have seen me do it before with my lower level character, and it definitely can be done. You just need to take your time, know where you're going, and you know, you may die once or twice, but that's fine. But once when you get to know the lay of the land, this is a real good spot to gain XP. Use a couple lunch boxes and, you know, drink a bunch of things that's cranberry. It's a really good spot. Still is today. Alright, so that's 2 of them. Done, just like that. Let's go ahead here. We're going to go right to our camp. And we'll take care of the other one. So this is our new Crossroads camp down here. And if you guys missed it, I did have plans. I was building this camp maybe the last couple of days, and I had planned on revealing it next week. But I have a pretty busy week next week with a couple things going on my days off. And so I made a video on this camp just yesterday. You can check that out if you so wish. All right. Let's go inside here. Keep these doors open. Good stuff. Alright, so let's see here. Craft or scrap a melee weapon 5. Okay, so if you're a returning player, you haven't played for a while, like I would say maybe about 6 months, you haven't played, and you're coming back, you're killing a bunch of enemies, and you're thinking, what is going on with my game? Why aren't the enemies dropping armor and weapons like they used to. There's nothing wrong with your game. They did do a change December 3rd, 2024, so just an FYI, that drop rate has significantly been reduced. Right, so just an FYI there. So we can find melee weapons generally off of Scorched and Super Mutants in around the forest area, okay? I find in around Morgantown Airport, those Scorched up there are pretty decent for melee weapons. And even the mutants down here, super mutants down here by Nuka-Cherry are pretty decent as well, okay? But for this challenge, you're better off just to build and then scrap them, okay? At a weapons workbench, all right? So let's go to weapons workbench here. We're going to go craft. Now, there's two type of melee weapons. Again, I usually kind of go for the blunt one. So these boards here, for example, 1 leather, 5 wood, you can craft right at level 1. Now, my low-level character, as soon as I started him this past summer, 2024, he was able to craft these right out of the vault, right brand spanking new, okay? So everyone should be able to craft these. Leather and wood, you can get all right down through Flatwoods area, so everyone should be able to do this. Let's go ahead, we're going to craft 3 of them. There we go, 3 for 5. And then all you got to do is then you just scrap it. Let's go ahead and scrap these boards here. And we just craft it, done, just like that. Easy. All right, let's see what's next here. Build a floor or a wall in a shelter 10. Okay, so in case you did not know, you can get yourself a free shelter here in the game. You make your way up to Vault 51. Now, if you are lower level or you are new to the game, never played the game before, I would say the hardest part is making your way up here. But once when you do, there's only the little quest up there is only about 5-7 minutes long. There's no enemies. You get yourself a free vault as well as some decorations for that vault. It's pretty awesome. All right, and I did do a video on this using my low-level character last summer in 2024, so you can check that out just in case you're having a little bit of trouble. Another way to get a free vault is if you are a returning player and you were around during the Season 13 scoreboard, you made it all the way to rank 100, you would have got yourself a free sound stage shelter there as well, all right? And the third free vault that we can get is if you paid for Fallout First just 1 month and 1 month only, and you claim the Vault Lobby Shelter, you'll always have that shelter, even though you don't pay for Fallout First ever again. All right, so I have 3 vaults myself, 3 shelters, and all 3 I got for free. All right, so just an FYI. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go inside of our shelter, which just happened to be right here. And this is the Sound Stay Shelter. This is what we got in Season 13 scoreboard way back in the day at rank 100. And it's funny, I've never ever seen this shelter being offered in the Atomic Shop since then. It's so odd. Okay, so build. What do we got to build here? 1 second here. Excuse me, a little bit of coughing spree there. Build a floor or a wall in a shelter. Okay. Let's go ahead. We're going to go right to our build menu here. Excuse me. We're going to build a nice little floor here. There we go. We're going to build a wall. I usually kind of choose the half walls because they only cost a portion of what you need as compared to a full wall. And all I do, I just kind of stack them on top of each other. Now you can go ahead and keep what you build, whatever you want to do. It's up to you. But I don't plan on keeping this stuff, so I just plan on scrapping it. And when you do scrap something, you do get some of it back. However, just be careful when you do that, you don't accidentally scrap something that you don't want to scrap. As I usually mentioned years ago, I was scrapping a bunch of things doing this daily challenge. I accidentally scrapped my prefab, my main building prefab, and yeah, I was pretty mad. Lots of words were being said there. Of course, I wasn't making videos then, but yeah, I was thinking, wow. Don't do that again, Jim. In a nice way. What's next? Okay, scrap junk to produce glass 10. Okay, so glass is a junk item. Here we can use the bulk and scrap method. Do we have a... Oh, I don't even have a Tinker's Workbench down here. Huh. All right, well, let's build one then, Jim. Alright, so the bulk and scrap method. Go to our Tinker's Workbench here. We're going to go craft. We're going to go bulk. We go to the G section. So to bulk one glass, you need 15 glass shards. And 2 plastic, you go ahead and you bulk your 1 glass. Then you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for the folks that are kind of just want to get things done quick and easy and move on with their life. Definitely nothing wrong with that. Now, some good sources of glasses, of course, if you do have Nuka-Cola Collectron stations, they will produce a little bit of glass bottles or two. I find right around the kill box, probably one of the best spots, so we can find some glass inside the kill box itself in terms of glass bottles. Usually in around Somerville's docks, there's a lot of glass bottles just kind of laying around. You also find some tin cans laying around, but mostly glass bottles, more so on the north side of those docks. Okay, so just an FYI, if you don't have a jetpack, you're just low level, and you don't have marsupial to get up on things, but this is a pretty good spot to find some glass as well. But I find one of the best places is on the roof of the kill box. All right, so let's head over here today. Now, you will need a jetpack. You may be able to get up here if you have marsupial, but it'll be a stretch, okay? But that's why I said, see, the Somerville's docks is just across the way there, okay? And again, you can go inside this building. There'll be a bunch of blood eagles around, so just be aware of that. But we're just going to take the quicker way, the quicker route. And we're just going to get on top of this building because we can, because we have a jetpack. And again, as I mentioned, it'll be a little bit of a stretch to get up here if you don't have a jetpack, but you may be able to do it if you have marsupial. All right, one more little jump here. There we go. And right up here. And look at that. We have a couple of Nuka-Cola cherries up here. We have a Nuka-Cola Quantum, which is pretty awesome. And as you can see, we have all kinds of glass bottles up here. And if we check that one glass bottle, Nuka-Cola bottle, so one bottle gives us 2 glass. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'll just grab a couple just for the good measure there. So this is a pretty good spot. I find for Nuka-Cola Quantum, I would say about 9 times out of 10 I come up here. There's a Quantum up here, all right? So that's just an FYI, looking for a Quantum. 9 times out of 10 there's one up here, okay? So just an FYI. So we can scrap these anywhere. We can go back downstairs. There's a couple workbenches. We can go to some other player's camp. But we're just going to head back to our camp here to scrap these. Huh? These guys are so cute. They think they can get me from where they're at. Fighting those robots up there. Huh. Yeah, you can go to another player's camp. You can go down to White Springs Mall. Any train station will do to scrap this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and scrap here. These Nuka-Cola bottles. Picked up 8 of them. There we go, done just like that. Scrap done to produce glass. 10 for 10. Perfect. And again, as I talk about, more so lately than I ever did, because of that December 3rd, 2024 update and the reduction of weapons and armor being dropped, we are picking up a lot more junk now from enemies such as Scorch, Super Mutants, Mole Miners, etc. So a lot of times just going around killing about a dozen enemies like Scorched or Super Mutants or Mole Miners, etc., you might be able to pick up enough junk just from killing them to satisfy these daily, weekly challenges. All right, so just an FYI there. All right, let's see what's next here. All right, drink Nuka-Cherry 2. Okay, so as we saw there on top of the kill box, there's 2 Nuka-Cherries up there. But we usually talk about these Nuka-Cola Collectron stations, okay? You hear me talk about that a lot here in the game. So this is the OG one we got way back in Season 4, Season 5. And as you can see, it'll passively collect different types of Nuka-Cola products as we play the game. Now, he'll also collect the odd bottle or 2, so just an FYI. When he goes on sale, he usually goes on sale for maybe once or twice a year. And he's usually about 250, 500 atoms. When he goes on sale, usually everyone picks him up, right? And there's another variation of that, of course, if we go to our build menu and then the resource tab right down here. This Nuka-Cola Quantum version, okay? This one here came out in Season 11 scoreboard, and he will collect not only Nuka-Cola products and bottles, but he also collect nuclear waste and purified water, so just an FYI. When he goes on sale, maybe once or twice a year again, but he's usually in a bundle with other things. Now we can use gold bullion to buy this guy, I believe, from Samuel down in Foundation. And you must have a cautious reputation with the settlers. And it's 1250 gold bullion right down here. Now, Nuka-Cherry is probably one of those Nuka-Cola products like Classic are very easy to find. They're the most that we find in around the game. So Tyler County Fairgrounds is a pretty decent spot. Right down here, Camden Park. The Nuka-Cola machine at Green Country Lodge here at Flatwoods, right by the pool area, is pretty decent. The Nuka-Cola machine and picnic table area in around Lewisburg, it's a pretty decent spot as well. In the basement of the Charleston Capitol building, the level 50 D&B building with all the ghouls in it, that machine down there is pretty decent as well. And one more machine I find is pretty good, the one right up here, Fellaby Battlefield Cemetery, right next to the museum building. The Nuka-Cola machine there is pretty decent as well. One of the best spots, of course, is right down here at Nuka World on Tour, which again is a free fast travel. So let's pop down here. And I know myself, I have the max number of camps you can have, which is 10. And every one of my camps, I have either or Nuka-Cola Collectron, right? So it's definitely worth it. Now, when you're looking for Nuka-Cola products, here's usually just Cherry or Classic. Maybe the odd Quantum will pop up, but that's all there is you'll find around here. But just a bottle here today on this server. Every server will be a little bit different. And of course, if you are like that, if you are on a server with other people, it makes it even more harder because they're coming here and they're clearing everything out. So if you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron, you can always server hop this location a couple of times if you want to get those cherries, or check out one of those other locations that I had mentioned. Now you come up here where seismic activity happens, you can check this table. Now, the other day we came up here, I think it was our Tuesday, we were very successful, and we were even on a public server. I couldn't believe how successful we were getting those Nuka-Cola products. So we're just getting bottles here on this server here, which is a little unfortunate, but it's good to kind of go through the paces to show you guys what I do. More so for the neural, there's a cherry right there. Let's go ahead and drink him up there. Good stuff. There's a little cap stash there too, pretty nice. A little stim pack there for someone. It's always good to check these guys as well. There's two Nuka-Cola machines here, which are pretty decent. Most times. Just a regular Classic in there. And one more spot down here by the vending machines. We'll check down here. All right. This little spot right here. Just two Classics there today. So let's say that you're a person that has a busy schedule. Okay. You have to go to work. You have to go to school. You have to go to college. You have to, hang out with friends or family. You're just running out of time. Okay. You can't find Nuka-Cola Cherry for whatever reason to save your life. Okay. And you don't have a Nuka-Cola Collectron in your camps. Okay. You could buy them. Just buy them at the end of the day. We always have that option here. These vending machines, Nuka-Cherry right there. You can buy a couple if you wish, and they're only 48 caps each. Now, one thing good about the inventory here, the vending machines, they're not tied into the inventory of Bubbles, who is up here at the Whitetribe. So we use this icon right here, the front door. You go up the stairs, you take a right, you go through the tavern, you go through the medical bay, you go to the big white open area where the responders are, you take a left. We have that little store in there where a little fella named Giuseppe trades things for stamps. We also have Bubbles, and Bubbles will sell the exact same thing as down here in the vending machines. The only minus to that will be a twist once in a while. But again, you can go ahead and buy your cherry. You can buy whatever he has up there. You can server hop these locations multiple times and fill your boots as long as you have the caps to buy them. Okay, and that's what I usually recommend to people if you're short on time. Okay, just buy them. Just buy them at the end of the day. You save yourself a lot of time. All right. So let's go ahead here. We're going to drink our Nuka-Cherry, and then we'll carry on with the next one. There we go. All right. We got one left here. Sell glowing fungus soup to an NPC vendor 1. Good stuff. So glowing fungus is one of those type of flora that we can find in pretty much every region of the map. Most waterways will have it, okay? But if you're low level, right in between the wayward or right around the wayward out back, all the way down to flatwoods, all kinds of glowing fungus through there, you should have no problem, okay? One of the best spots for glowing fungus is, of course, right here at Nuka World on Tour in the Tunnel of Love. And we don't have to wait for the Tunnel of Love to pop in. We can just walk right in. We don't have to wait for that event. So let's walk right up here. And of course, glowing fungus soup is a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up glowing fungus. Let's go ahead and go inside here, the Tunnel of Love. You don't have to wait for the event. Now, when you are picking up flora, there is a perk card that will help you out under perception. It's called Green Thumb. You twice as much been harvesting for, so instead of 1, you pick up 2, okay? So just an FYI, if you're a carnivore, herbivore, whatever, that card you do not throw out, right? So as soon as you pick up glowing fungus like that, you learn glowing fungus soup. It's that easy, okay? It's not a recipe you have to go buy or find. There's a nice bunch of little patches right there. Keep going down. So as you saw when I picked it up, you will see that there's still kind of glowing fungus there. But if you're new to the game, there's nothing wrong with your game, okay? You may come across that in certain areas, okay? But there's nothing wrong with your game. That's just the way the game is. Same thing happens with most flora in the game. Most, not all. And even brain fungus does the same thing. There'll be some still there you can visually see, but you can't pick it up, okay? But it's just the way it is. And more glowing fungus there. So now that we have our glowing fungus, we have to craft glowing fungus soup. So let's find a cooking station and a vendor. All right, so let's go right down here to Flatwoods just to kind of change it up a little bit here. Now you can go back to your camp. You can go to another player's camp. You go down to the White Spring Mall, train stations, what have you, wherever there's a cooking station, and cook it up. We're just going to head here because there just happens to be an NPC vendor nearby. Let's go to our cooking station here. And again, as I mentioned, you could have come straight here and walked out back and grabbed your glowing fungus and just walk over to this cooking station right down here by the tavern. All right, let's go ahead and go craft. Let's go all food. We have glowing fungus soup there again, a simple recipe you automatically learn by picking up glowing fungus. So we need 1 boiled water, 1 glowing fungus, and 1 wood, all of which you can grab right here in good old Flatwoods. So we crafted our glowing fungus soup, and we have to sell it to an NPC vendor. So an NPC vendor is basically any robot vendor in any train station. Any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall, so you use the north entrance. Now you can use the front door entrance, it's just an additional loading screen to get down to the mall. Now we have vendor bought resin up here at the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. We have the robot vendor right here in Flatwoods in the White Church. We have good old Duchess up here at the Wayward. We have traveling merchants that go around to everyone's camps, and they're also considered NPC vendors as well.
Chloe's my pet.
All right, let's just pop into this guy right here. Just sell it to him.
Testing those water samples. Smart move.
Sell our glowing fungus soup to him here. And there we go. Sell glowing fungus soup to an NPC vendor. 1 for 1. Done. Just like that. All right. I think we're done. We are. Just like that, guys. Pretty awesome. We do have a weapons workbench nearby here, so let's go up there. Save a little bit of time. fast traveling to our camp. So weapon of the day. Same one I've been using all week, basically. This cold-blooded tactical cold shoulder, 4 times ammo capacity, plus 50% damage to cryptids. Gradual freezing that reduces target's movement speed by up to 85% for 4 seconds, which is pretty awesome. Has a hardened receiver, a lined long barrel, a lined stock, reflex sight dot, muzzle brake, in a cold-blooded paint. As some of you can tell, but I don't know if most of you can, but it does drip blood. 20 times 8 damage, 20 times 8 cryo damage, takes shotgun shells. It's single fire, but it is very quick at reacting. You're pulling that trigger. Nothing real special for the perk cards, just a typical shotgunner build. Under strength, we have Master Shotgunner, Expert Shotgunner, all maxed out. We have Sturdy Frame, Scatter Shot's a good one, Skeet Shooter's a good one, Concentrated Fire, Grenadier, whoops. Suppressor, Tenderizer, Covert Operative, Enforcer, which I mentioned is another great one to have with shotguns for crippling. White Knight, Adrenaline, these random luck cards which randomly pops in when they're being activated. And legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. I'm very happy with them. And I had them for quite some time, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty creepy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John, DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.